Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's video, we're taking a first look. Yeah, that came out right. Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Hope you guys are having a great day today. In today's video, we're taking our first look at the new Uther. He's been reworked for like 5 days, 6 days, something like that at the time of this recording. I guess tomorrow it'll be a week. So yeah, 6 days he's been reworked on the live servers. A lot of people like Uther. I've been seeing him banned a lot in Hero League. And overall, my impression playing against Uther is that whoever he is healing feels impossible to kill. Like, the armor that he's giving out now is astonishing. That being said, I haven't played him. I didn't even play him at the summit that I was at because everyone else was playing Uther. And historically, he is my lowest win rate support as well, although he has been pretty mediocre for at least a year, probably a little bit more than that. He was a monster in the alpha, and I think this is their attempt to bring back a little bit of that monster. So we're going to be playing him today. Again, this is my first time. I'm going to be learning. I'm going to be taking a look at a lot of his Q talents. I think we're going to do a lot of Q talents here today, because there's like one in almost every tier, I feel like, and we'll see how it goes. No promises at all.
A light abandons no man.
Well, I wanted to show this game, but we had a Genji that left at the start, and then a KT that went AFK at the end instead of contesting. But I was on the AFK for like a minute. So we'll do this again. We'll do one more. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to do the same build that I did in the last game that you guys didn't see because we have 2 AFK team members. One for the entire game, one just for a minute. The friendly team here on Brax's Holdout, we have Leoric, Zul, Uther, Tracer, Zagara. The enemy team, Nazib, Malfurion, Sonya, Valera, and the Elite Tauren Chieftain. Good luck, have fun. Let's do some sunglasses. Yeah. So we were going to go for Silver Touch at level 1. This is a long quest that basically is just saying the more effective you are with your damage mitigation with your Q ability, the lower the cooldown of your Q ability is going to be throughout the course of the game. So the big changes that happen to Uther, I mean, there's a lot of them, and I'm super summarizing here, probably more than I should. But essentially, when you heal someone now, you gain, you give that target armor. You give them 25 armor, and this is any heal. It's not just your Q. While we are giving our teammates armor, if they take damage with our level 1 talent, we will then be able to stack up this quest ticker thing that you guys actually can't see because I'm covering up. We're at 11 out of, what is it, 80 is the top? Yeah, we're at 11 out of 80 already. And they just need to take damage from anything as far as I can tell. So if they're getting hit by minions, if they're doing whatever, we will slowly start to stack up that quest. And it should be over pretty quick. I mean, it builds up quite fast. So as these guys went into this team fight, I mean, it went from 11 to 18. And honestly, we should get Leoric or Zagar, Zed or Leo. Come down, please. We can have one of you solo top. Actually, almost all of our team except for Tracer could solo top, to be totally honest. There we go. We'll just keep this Tracer alive a little bit longer. Stun out that whirlwind, and we might actually get a kill on Sonya there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Uther in the past, incredibly mana hungry, and as you can see at the beginning of the game, that is still true. Extremely mana hungry at the start. We're going to make sure we don't overlap with those stuns there. Well, one was a root, one was a stun. You get what I mean. Our W ability is Holy Radiance. This is a skill shot. It's a straight line and has a pretty good travel speed. If we hit an enemy with that, they will take damage. If we hit an ally with that, they will be healed and, of course, gain the buff from the armor as well. Our Q ability is a single target heal. Both of these on a pretty long cooldown, but there's lots of ways now to lower the cooldown of our Q ability so we can just throw it out all the time. Throw it out all the damn time. Also, our E ability is a stun, and we're going to be using that a lot versus this team, like right now, to stop that Sonya from... Stop moving! God, Tracer! I'm trying to heal you! We're going to be using the stun a lot to hopefully secure kills for our team. I did stun Valera on accident there. But mistakes happen. I'm only human. And as I mentioned at the start of this video, I was never really good at Uther. This is where things get really interesting for me personally. Now, in World of Warcraft, I actually played a Shockadin in BC for a really, really, really long time. So I'm actually quite excited about the way that this talent is being utilized here. Went in for some body blocks to help save our Zulfrin there. And then we'll go ahead and throw a heal back to our Tracer. Unfortunately, I didn't have my Q off cooldown, was not able to heal her there. So Holy Shock. Now, if we deal damage to an enemy hero with our Q, it drastically lowers the cooldown of our Holy Light. So we theoretically could be throwing out damage with that all the time. Unfortunately, I am going to be body blocked to death here, rooted to death here, and I have no mana. That's okay though, because as a ghost, which is what happens when Uther dies, he comes back as the Holy Spirit, he is able to continue to heal with Flash of Light, and now Flash of Light has been redesigned to also well, I guess none of these heals have actually been redesigned. It's Uther's trait that was redesigned. So any healing, even while you're dead, is going to apply that massive amount of armor to help mitigate damage. Our quest, our level 1 quest to get 80 applications of damage applied to our allies while we have the armor on them has already been completed. We finished it off extremely quickly. So now that means that for the rest of the game, our healing is actually going to be very, very mana efficient. Now these guys are just walking in and suiciding for some reason. I'm not too sure why. There we go. This is actually not too bad for us to clear out while we have Azul on our team. Shouldn't be that bad. He is just going in and taking all kinds of damage though, so we are going to have to stun that Sonya, try to line that up. Missed the skill shot, unfortunately. Are we actually going to be able to secure that kill with our Tracer? I kind of think so. You'll notice though that while I'm healing my allies, that our heals are on incredibly long cooldowns. One thing I want to point out with our Holy Light as well, I talked about this more in the previous game, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I already said all of my initial impressions, and I'm having to repeat them and remember what I've already said and things like that. Our Q ability stole Tyranda's trait. So we can heal ourselves with our Q now, where we can never do that before. So if we heal up Tracer here, we're also healing ourselves. But if we, with Holy Shock anyway, if we deal damage to an enemy player, then our heal is then reduced on cooldown and we heal ourselves as well. So essentially, by being defensive or offensive, we get a lot, more bang for our buck out of our Q ability than we ever did before. And I can move in here and deal some damage to Malfurion. Of course, you do still have to pick and choose. Because I dealt damage to Furion there, I wasn't able to heal up Tracer very quickly. But I could still push back in and try to apply pressure, and Tracer should be okay as well. Now, while we are stunned, our cooldowns come back significantly faster while we're rooted as well. So you may see me walk into roots intentionally in this game. You may see me do things where you're like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? You just got yourself killed. It's because I'm trying to reset the cooldowns on my abilities significantly faster by being rooted. Oh, I wasn't able to heal her up in time. By being rooted, silenced, or stunned. Essentially, again, you get a lot more bang for your buck than you did previously. So that's why I was kind of stepping into those roots. That's why I was glad when Valeera stunned me. And that's kind of a cool mechanic, because you're taking situations where the enemy team previously would use these means to help burst Uther down, and now that's kind of a buff to Uther. When you go in with Valeera and you do your point and click stun, which ends up dealing no damage, essentially you're only helping that Uther become even more powerful, which I actually really like that. That's pretty cool. In the previous game, I was messing around with Divine Storm, and it was going great. We're not going to overlap here. There we go. It was going great, so I do think Divine Storm has its place. I may go for Divine Shield in this game simply because I'm the only healer. Previous game, I had a Lily. But it felt really good to be able to dish out what felt like about 1,500 burst damage on Uther while still being in a mostly healing spec to do that. Mostly healing. A mostly healing spec. Alright, looks like we will be able to recapture this beacon. We definitely had the short end of the stick during the last objective. The enemy team was way ahead. But it looks like right now it's going okay. We'll at least be able to hold the bottom for a little bit. I guess I have to make a decision now. Do I want the stun or do I want the shield? Oh, there's Mosh. I think I'm going to go for the stun again. That was really fun. ETC essentially just killing himself here. Sonya essentially just killing herself here. Not too worried about any of that. I'm going to go up top and see if I can solo with the Nazebo. Now that's going to be the real test. Can I beat a DPS down as a healing Uther? Let's find out. First things first, we got to dodge the spiders. Second things second, we got to heal ourselves. Dodge the spiders. Boom. All right, let's go, team. Let's go. There's the shield. We want to deal damage to Nazebo to get that heal back faster. I mean, I think this thing could just kill me. But let's heal up our Tracer instead of just healing me. That's probably good, right? And now we're channeling both beacons for the friendly team. Fantastic. We'll deal damage to her with the Q, and then when she starts to spin, we'll be fine. No, let's heal. Let's heal myself. Shit. Probably should have healed Tracer there. I think that was a misplay. And I walked back into the silence and I was unfortunately killed. But even while being dead, I think we could spit out even more damage than ever before, or even more healing than ever before, even more mitigation. I do think the healing of our Q has been nerfed a little bit, but the amount of armor we're giving to targets, I think, more than makes up for it. And with that fight, we will be able to secure a very large portion of this objective, a massive Zerg wave pushing the bottom lane. Looks like the friendly team stationed up top, we're going to choose to split push right now, which I'm actually pretty okay with our team composition with Zul and Zagara, and even Leoric. We can do a lot of damage, we can do a lot of pushing in a very short amount of time. ETC is gonna be rooted down there, and he's just gonna be taken down before he even knew what happened to him. Bless his little heart. As we continue to push the top lane, the first tower, the first fort does go down. And that Zerg wave is still pretty healthy down there. Let's go. Unfortunately, Zagara, with a plan of her own, went down to the bottom lane for some reason. Now we're going to go for Blessed Champion. For the next 5 seconds after healing, we will spit out this... did I not understand that right? Hold on. For the next 5 seconds after using Holy Shock, Uther's base attack heals him and nearby allies for 15% of the heal amount. So yeah, that works how I thought it was, but essentially I wasn't healing anyone because they were all full health. The mosh pit happens once again, but there's no damage dealers around to follow up with it. And here's the Divine Storm, boys! Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We'll go ahead and throw out some damage with the... we're gonna have to heal ourselves. With the Holy Radiance to that Valera, and with just like that, we were able to really turn that fight around. Feels so good. Uther feels like a playmaker again. And even if he is punished during those plays, it's really not that big of a deal. While we're trying to just get a little bit of our health back here, we can just poke at this Malfurion, keep his health in a reasonable spot, maybe going for an Attune here? Did he go for an Attune? He did. I guess I could have looked at the top of the screen. I'm not sure why he didn't use it there. We are dead. That's okay. That's all right. We'll just make sure these guys are topped off, make sure they have that armor buff as they are slowly walking away, slowly getting out of here. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Okay, so it looks like the friendly allies are going to move in and take that top camp for our team. That's fantastic. The enemy team doing the same thing. Of course, the top camp on our side is a little bit stronger than the top camp on their side, and it looks like we're just going to trade. Now, unfortunately, we don't have much to push back against their bottom mercenary camp, but that's okay. That is a-okay. Tracer and Zul up in the top lane. Meanwhile, Leoric and Zagara down at the bottom. I'm assuming they queued together. They seem to stack up together a lot for no reason. Up top, unfortunately, the silence from Malfurion is going down, and we might lose our Tracer Zul buddies up there. It looks like they are going to get out in time. Heal up our Leoric here just a little bit. He doesn't have a stun, and he doesn't have Mosh anyway, and he just committed pretty hard to this. But unfortunately, because our team is so split, we actually don't have a lot of damage here either. We are going to be able to keep Leoric alive. The ice block coming out from Nazebo, not that big of a deal. Oh, I actually can't get in range to stun him. I didn't know that. Did not know that. We overlapped a little bit there, not too big of a deal. I don't want to storm for this. Good, I didn't have to. Let's keep our Tracer alive here. Beautiful, and that'll pick up another kill for the friendly team. Now, I definitely want to stun her right when she starts spinning to reduce that healing, and we did just that, boys. And he's engaging once again without Mosh Pit. We'll heal up our Tracer, allow her to engage very, very hard here. And it looks like that will be another double kill for the team. Malfurion, the only one still alive. Let's deal some damage with that Holy Shock as he's running away. And heal up our Tracer with the Holy Radiance. Beautiful. So that's a full team wipe. We can grab that top beacon, and then we should be able to grab Boss as well here if we wanted to do that. And I do. I do want to do that. Tracer getting a little too close. We need to make sure that we are the ones tanking this, which shouldn't be that hard to do. I do want to go for Benediction at level 16. I don't know if it's the correct choice here anymore, but it's what I want to spec for, so we're going to do that. Benediction allows you to lower the cooldown on one ability after you activate Benediction. So I can Benediction and then Q for Holy Light and then have another Holy Light ready once again, like almost immediately. And that allowed me to heal myself up almost to full health while keeping Leoric alive at the same time. Team fight happening up top. Here we go. The coming out already. Divine Hurricane is being used. I guess it's just the storm. I take it back. And then we'll keep our Tracer alive with a Holy Light on the bottom of the screen, stunning out Valeera, trying to make sure she doesn't get away. We will be silenced by the Malfurion, but now our healing is only increased. Our healing is now stronger than it was before as we continue to keep our Tracer alive. We did lose Leoric there. Wasn't too worried about that. He's Leoric. He's meant to die. Wanted to make sure Tracer could stay in that fight. Unfortunately, she's not getting too much done, but that's okay. We had to try. Level 16 has been achieved by our team. We're about almost 2 levels ahead of the enemy team, but it looks like they are going to be making a little bit of progress now that we are dead. That boss that we took, however, is doing a number on that fort up at the top lane. Actually, the keep up at the top lane, it's a tier 2, so that means we're going to be able to go straight in for the core, and Valeera might actually die a little bit from that AoE damage that was being thrown out there. Now Zagara, Leoric, and Zul up in the top lane. Tracer unfortunately going back, so they are going to be outnumbered here. But they are trying to just hold this beacon. As the enemy team is moving in, it looks like they are going to take it. Zagara decided to peace out and make her way down to the bottom lane. I mean, I guess that's okay. It was already lost. I think that was the right play. So she's going to stop the enemy team from gathering up any of that beacon. We unfortunately are without Azul for the time being. We can go ahead and stun this ETC though, if I can click on him. It's been interrupted 1,000 times, I swear. And Divine Storm, so the Sonya can't get out. And oh, Zagara with a great play using the Nidus Worm to move back into position to finish off that team fight. Great presence of mind, great map control there. We'll just heal her up with that Holy Radiance. Tracer and Leoric are chasing after that Nazebo in the top lane, and now we have a giant Zerg wave that's going to be moving in. Haven't used Benediction again since I took it. Don't really feel the need to. I feel like our healing's been fantastic. 50,000, actually far exceeding the healing of the enemy team's Malfurion. And now with this Zerg wave moving in, we should be in a great spot. Let's go ahead and use our Benediction now. Just get everyone topped up as we're moving in for the win here. Fortunately, Zagara just straight up tanking that tower. It's a ton. Wow. She could use the Nidus to get all that health back, but I just healed her up anyway. Tracer may not make it out. There's the stun on ETC. Unfortunately, everything I had was on cooldown. Wasn't able to heal him back up. I mean, I think we could all die here and it'd still be okay, to be totally honest with you. Like, I'm not that worried about it, to be totally honest with you. Just because that Zerg wave was so big. So first impressions of Uther. He definitely feels better than before. As I believe I mentioned, he was my lowest win rate support, and I felt before that you really had to pick and choose who you wanted to save and who you wanted to let die. Like, that was actually a morality choice that you had to make on several occasions. Now, however, it seems like with the level 13 talent to spread around AoE healing, you could also get Divine Shield in there if you wanted to. Again, I didn't think Divine Shield was that necessary because we're just able to heal so much. With the fact that you could heal yourself when you're healing other enemies or other allies, or choose to deal damage to enemies with Holy Shock at level 4 and then get healing back at the same time. It feels like he has more choices than ever to really help everyone on the battlefield thrive. It feels good, man. It feels really good. Also, Benediction, I still haven't done it in both games. I picked Benediction, and I always end up using it for healing. I want to burst someone down. I want a Benediction, Q, stun, W, ult. I think that would be close to like 3,000 damage. I don't know if that's actually true or not. The damage mitigation, though, feels fantastic. Keeps everyone alive really, really well. I like it a lot. So we went for today, Silver Touch at level 1, Holy Shock level 4, Armor of Faith at level 7, Divine Storm at level 10, Blessed Champion, and then Benediction at 16. Would have definitely gone for the Revive at 20. That's the only thing that I don't quite like about his talent build. I still don't see any reason to pick anything other than other than Redemption at level 20. But other than that, his new talents feel great. Really enjoyed these last 2 games that I played on him, and will definitely continue to practice Uther. Maybe he'll fall into my category for the sports that I really enjoy playing. Thank you for watching today's video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will be back taking a look at Greymane, who's on a bit of an upswing, has been getting buffed a lot over the last 2 patches, but I haven't played him at all, so that's going to be a learning curve as well. Okay, bye!